unstoppable, do the impossible. I'm irresponsible, said I'm phenomenal. I got an arsenal, I'm dropping bombs, you know. So I'm not stopping, no. Conquer the option. To the top, here I don't think I'm chosen to be the king of rock. Think the people are spoken. I can hear the tick-tock of the clock, I'm in motion. So now I'm gonna fly, causing all this commotion. Yeah, sometimes I think that I'm unstoppable. Yeah, ready to go, man, lock and load. That's right, I swear to God that I could drop and go. I got a shot and I ain't stopping, no. That's how I know that I'm unstoppable. That's how I know that I'm unstoppable. Yeah, let's go. I don't care what they all say. That's right. I'ma do this thing my way. Let's go. Been grinding hard on it all day. Okay. We work hard, then we go play. Yeah. I'm addicted to the grind, man. That's right. So I refuse to waste time, man. Yeah. One day it all will be fine, man. Let's go. Gotta commit to the climb, you know man. We're back with the Guinness, setting records every minute, every track. In addition to the fact that we're winning, still we lack something's missing. Need a track that is hitting, making racks, making millions. Yeah, rap that's efficient. I don't waste time, no, I make time. All these people wanna hate mine, I'ma make mine. While you sitting there complaining, I'll be training. While you sitting there just waiting, I'm creating. Yeah, sometimes I think that I'm unstoppable. Yeah, ready to go, man, lock and load. That's right, I swear to God that I could drop and go. Yeah, I got a shot and I ain't stopping, no. That's how I know that I'm unstoppable. That's how I know that I'm unstoppable. got it all wrong. Each got a hold on. And on. Take a look around me. Taking pages from a magazine. Looking for the answer. Ever since we were 17. You know the truth can be a weapon to fight this world of ill intention. The answer to the same question. How many times will you learn the same lesson? Got it all wrong. You just gotta hold on. And on. Cause we're gonna be legends. Gonna get their attention. What we're doing here ain't just scary. It's about to be legendary. We're gonna be Take a look around me. Taking pictures from a magazine. Looking for the answer. Ever since we were 17. Cause we're gonna be legends. We're gonna get their attention. What we're doing here ain't just scary. It's about to be legendary. We're gonna be legends. Gonna teach them all lessons. Got this feeling in our souls we carry. It's about to be legendary. This is what we came for. We couldn't want it anymore. Never turn back now. Got to leave it all on the floor. Dreaming of the payoff. The struggles and the trade-off. Fighting truth in there on the way up. Tell them the truth, but they think it's just chaos. They're gonna be
What's up, guys? Chris with Croft CNC here. We are coming at you on this beautiful Tuesday morning. I'm going to be popping in and out the whole time we're going live, for the simple fact that I've got 3D printers going, I got plasma going, I got laser going, I'm heating up the powder coat oven. Our Christmas season is popping. So let's see what we got here. We got some people coming in. We got Copperhead Mike joining us this morning. We got Mr. Dre King joining us. We got Florida in the house, Colorado in the house. Oh, damn, Florida is a little cold. I don't feel bad for you. Woke up this morning, it was 28 degrees out in the shop. Yeah. Copperhead Mike talking about the CNC for Newbies package we got yesterday. All right. Guys, in the comments section, if you want to join the stream, if you want to go live in the stream and ask a question, you want to pop your business, whatever you want to do, let's here's the link. You just scroll up in the comments, you'll find the link, click on that, it'll bring you over to me, I'll bring you in and you can talk. Just make sure you have video and microphone ready to go. Okay, we got Neil Dunkel out of Southeastburg, Pennsylvania. We got Andrew. I believe Andrew is in Pennsylvania still. Not positive, but I think. Right on. Copperhead Mike, I think we might actually get a guest spot with him this morning. So, apparently, where is it? There we go. Copperhead Mike's boys watched Peter McKinnon and Steve Grault's videos last night and really liked them. That's always exciting to me. I love when people do the research and see what I see and can appreciate what I appreciate from other makers. And it doesn't just have to be stuff that we're doing. Some of the well-known makers, you got I Like to Make Stuff, I Make Stuff, Durista, Jimmy Durista, DIY Creator, or is it DIY Creator or DIY Create? One of those. I love those videos, man. That's what it's all about, is trying to figure out what you can do with what you have. So and that kind of leads us into what my topic for today is. We've got some really cool stuff going on here with the CNC for Newbies machine that was delivered yesterday. I'm actually trying to pull up the photos and stuff of it. Give me 1 second here. Okay. We're going to save that image. Absolutely. Let's see. We're going to save that image. Save that image. Save that image. Okay. Now we're going to we'll do that, and we'll share screen. Okay, guys, let me bring up my branding boxes that I make. I go through and I make all these graphics. Literally, here's some of our graphics. You saw the intro, and then we also have background changes. Let's see here. I think I got to go up like this. And do overlays. Then the background can change and all that. I mean, I got all kinds of stuff on here. But anyways, we put a lot of work into this morning show. You guys don't realize behind the scenes for this morning show, it takes me about an hour's prep time. And then I usually do about an hour and a half long show. So that's 2.5 hours out of my day that I'm not working out in the shop that I'm giving to you guys. I'm in no way, shape, or form bitching. I just want you to know what goes into this. Whenever you see creators making stuff, realize that it's not as simple as point and click and go and everything like that. You're actually seeing what they're taking away from their friends, family, shop time, and everything like that. It's actually really cool. And it's pleasing whenever you get that response like we get here, because that's a representation of a pay, I guess. That you guys pay attention to what we're saying. So I'm always thankful for it. I don't know about anybody else, but I am. And I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Yeah, we do it for free, Steve. And I have banners out there. I put banners up. It's down there on the bottom. Look, if you want to make monetary donations, you can. You don't have to. That's the best part about this internet, is you don't have to do anything, man. Like, if you want the information, it's for free out there. You just have to find it. One of the things with the people that make you pay for it is, we're taking the time to organize everything, organize the thoughts, put it into a clear, concise form, and give it to you. So you're not searching around, wasting your time. That has to account for something. So I always look at that aspect whenever I have people that want to have me buy something. Is it worth me buying because of the time that I can save and I can get started on other stuff? So, all right, guys, let's do this brand. Put that over. Take that banner off. Take a look at me. That looks sexy. I like it. Okay, so this is the tensioning system for the CNC4NEWB 4x8 Rack and Pinion machine. I saw this piece for the first time in person yesterday, and it is amazing. The simplistic nature in which they made this is going to kind of change things up for the industry, I think. These guys really took time to integrate this rack and pinion, or this pinion system, to be a part of the rail rather than a whole separate piece hanging off of it. When I saw it yesterday, I was really happy, really amazed. This is the actual length of the machine. I'm waiting on these Y rails to come in today. I've got two boxes coming in today, and we're going to start assembling this thing. And all I can say is y'all better watch out, because I'm going to be making stuff. We're going to do cabinets. The very first thing I'm going to do is a chop saw station which folds down and takes up less room. You know, I can't wait for this stuff. It's going to be freaking amazing. Let's see how. There's the other picture we got. The pivot for the gear reduction system is right here. So, I mean, just in general, the reduction system is awesome. We got Bobby McBride from McBride Woodworking is in the house. Thank you. We got to hook up sometime, man. You're right up the road, and we never seem to do anything together. I'd love to get you on a live and actually talk to you about some craftsman style woodworking, because I suck at it. Look at this, dude. This thing, I can't wait. This is going to be a game changer. You're talking about cutting at 300 inches a minute. You know, all the extrusions are American standard extrusions. So this is a 2x4 and a 2x3, I think, or 1x3 brace on the back of this. This is a 2x4 brace extrusion for the rack and pinion. It's using linear guide bearings, solid rack integration. The legs are tabbed and welded. They use a laser to actually cut the legs, cut the holes in the legs. Everything's kind of slipped together. So I am very excited about what's to come with that. Let's see if I can bring anything else up here. Nope. Okay. One of the cool things for me for doing this is the fact that this uses UCCNC software. That's actually what I'm going to be using. I'm not going to be using the Demon controller. I'm going to be using a Gecko 540 with a UC100 converter and a Windows 7 computer. I have a parallel port, but I don't think I'm going to use it. I install parallel ports on almost all of my computers just because I never know if I'm going to use USB or parallel port. Today's coffee is Starbucks Blonde or Pike's Peak maybe. And it's a blonde roast. Little bit of tart cherry infused honey, locally grown, locally sourced, and a little bit of white mocha flavoring in it. Trying something new out, you know. But anyways, we've got UCCNC. UCCNC. Yesterday I was calling it UNCNC. And I apologize for that to CNC4NEWB and to CNC Drives for mislabeling their product. But basically, this is a really cool application. Let's see how. Let's go 75. There we go. So this thing does a ton of different things. It operates a lot like Mach 3 in its GUI. As I don't know for a fact, but I kind of feel like in the background, Mach 3 is working with CNC Drives to make a custom GUI to overlay on a Mach 3 profile. That's kind of what I feel like. I could be way off course. Once again, I don't use UC CNC often. As a matter of fact, I've only interfaced with it 2 or 3 times total. But that's kind of the feeling I get from it, is a lot like Mach 3. It has a lot of the same tab configurations. I see the visualizer window right here. That's going to be a big help. That's one thing I wish that I could get from Pixender, would be a GUI setup that has a visualizer. I really think that that's something that would help a lot. But I'll be able to set up a tool library. I'll be able to generate a tool path with tool change. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to save I'll have it saved as a G54 offset. I'll actually home the machine, and then I'll have it go back to a G54 to set up some type of manual automatic tool change. I know that's a weird statement, but there's reasons for that, because you can set up a tool change like you have an automatic tool changer, but instead of doing that, you actually change the tool. So I've got to kind of figure that stuff out. We've got a bunch of relays, on and off relays here. I'm actually going to have to go through and understand all these, do these, and make that work. So, see, a lot of this looks like a customized GUI from Mach 3, because a lot of this stuff, it's basic pin in, pin out, high, low charges. So I'm kind of excited. I've got to put some relays. Once again, those relay boards coming in handy. But I basically have to come out to relays and turn on like my mist coolant, my air coolant, and everything like that. All this stuff, tool library. I can actually set up the tool library as to what the offsets are and everything like that, and kind of standardize my tooling. I can use a torque wrench with a crow's foot and get a solid torque on the yep, on that, on the collet nut, and kind of have a pretty standardized setup for tooling. And it's just stuff like this. Like I really enjoy seeing this stuff. I'm gonna have to learn what G and M codes UCCNC utilizes. But I mean, a lot of it seems pretty straightforward. I'm going to have to get a post processor in VCarve. I don't know what post processor to use. So I'll have to figure that one out. But I'm excited to learn this new software and kind of start really really utilizing a lot of the stuff that I know how to do, but I don't quite know how to do. We're going to try some 3D carves. I've got some cabinet faces I'm going to do for my wife. Oh, we've got laser mode. Okay. That's cool. I wonder if you need to have a DAC board like Mach 3 does. That I'm not sure of. So let's see here. Any comments? What do we got here? Croft CNC says, "Hey Chris." Okay. I don't know where that came from. Yeah, gonna have to come back and watch later. Right on. Thank you, Haas. Who is on Croft CNC business page posting as me? I don't know who that is. My wife is at the doctor. My daughter is at school. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. That's crazy weird. But yeah, I'm really excited to see what this machine holds in store, because if I can set it up right, I might be able to help out and modify some of the stuff that I already work on to help CNC for newbies expand their range. I mean, one of the first things that I thought of was, you have such a stout machine, why not make a 5-axis foam cutter out of it? And I would use 2 of these planetary gear systems on a angle bracket and make a 5-axis spindle. I like that idea. I think it's gonna go well. We got 5 people. Listen, guys, stay on. Give me 2 minutes. I got to go home the router and start the laser program. So I'll be right back. Don't leave. It'll take me just a few seconds. All right, we're back. I had to go start the laser again. We're finishing up gnomes and ornaments and all kinds of stuff like that. So today, this is the last week for orders for Christmas. As a matter of fact, yesterday was the last day I was taking orders online. So what's there is there, and then just whatever comes in on the online store. But yeah, so I really like the idea of a 5-axis spindle attachment. I like the idea of a plasma attachment for this machine. I really think that CNC4NEWBs they just made an awesome machine. I think with the advent of everything that they're doing, you're going to see a lot more ingenuity coming out of the woodwork. And I think you're going to find that you guys will have a much broader range of machines available at an entry-level price, but give you a light industrial setup. So we got Copperhead Mike is coming in. I'm going to add him to the stream here. Let's go. Doop. What's up, man? Mike, you're on.
How much?
There you go.
It's freezing down here in Florida, huh?
Right on. Mike,
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, you're on. You're good. You're good.
Okay.
So give us a little bit about yourself.
I'm getting lag on.
Tell us a little bit about
the
yourself.
full background, or just since I got started with CNC?
Whatever.
Well, I spent 14 years with the Coast Guard. Left there, went to go work for a construction company for another 14 years. My last working for somebody else's job was at a nursing home for about a year, and then we got kicked into getting this up and running.
So what machines do you have?
So, was an Army brat as a kid. Hang on a second, you're kind of lagging bad now. What was the question?
What machines do you have?
Oh, we've got a 80 watt, one of the black and red lasers. Picked that one up off of Amazon. I haven't had any issues with it. We had some tweaks that we had to do to it when we first got it. Of course, there was that learning curve. And once we got everything lined up, it started cutting pretty good. So we've got that one. We've got the home-built CNC plasma that, let's say, I guess started as a dream 8 years ago. And then just within the last couple of years, they actually finally got it up and running and cutting metal. So there's been little tweaks here and there and some issues. So there's that machine. Just finished out, I think, last month, the powder coat oven. What else do we have? Oh, a 3D printer. 3D printer that we picked up 5 or 6 months ago, and we really haven't used it that much. I more or less picked it up so my boys could kind of learn how to do some of the design work and stuff, and then use it because they wanted it. So
right.
What else? Just a pile of hand tools and just the typical shop type stuff. So
right on. I am using private chat to get to him quickly. What?
Okay, on this other chat. All right.
Yeah. What was the biggest hurdle for you?
What was the biggest hurdle?
Mm-hmm.
You still there?
Yep.
I think the question was the biggest hurdle. Oh, I don't know. I mean, we've had little hiccups here and there. The funny thing is when I first started up the CNC plasma, I didn't have any issues with it. I mean, it started cutting. It was doing fine. I mean, I had little height issues that kind of concerned me, so we picked up the CNC Price height controller, got that in and up and running, and then I noticed that when the machine was doing extended cuts, at least over an hour, the computer was really lagging behind, and I was starting to have issues with it. I think getting the commands to Mark 4 and then back out. So we upgraded to a laptop, and that was let's see, that was over a month ago, and I didn't bring all the files and everything that I needed for Sheet Cam and for Mock into the new laptop, and that seemed to have been one of the biggest hurdles, was making sure that everything from the old machine made it to the new machine. So setting up Omic Sets, that was interesting. That one we finally got going, but even though I understand relays, that I don't know what it was about it, but something just kind of kicked my butt on that one.
I still have a problem understanding.
You still there?
Torch height control. Like the actual circuits for torch height control.
What was the question?
I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna have to get with Mike to figure out what his lag time is.
Anything else open?
It seems like he's lagging behind quite a bit. So, Mike, we're gonna work on this to get you in the background. We're gonna get you up to speed and get you on here as a future guest so that you can really share some knowledge. All right. So I'm going to bid you guys adieu. Okay. Mike was having really bad lag issues, but he did good. Oh shit. Thank you, baby. My wife just brought me some candy coffee. That's our caramel swirl latte. Whole milk sugar whipped cream, girly drinks, but man, they're good. All right. Robert McBride wants to know what's my thoughts on the X-Carve Pro. My thoughts on the X-Carve Pro are, it is a good machine for what it is. It will be a kit machine. So, it is what it is. The price point is such that they have a firm financing, so that's good. It's going to basically be the CNC for newbies 4x4 machine, 48 inch by 48 inch machine, with the lead screws and linear guides. I think the biggest advantage that the X-Carve Pro has over the CNC for Noobs is strictly the financing option. Other than that, I think they're taking pre-orders and using the pre-order money to create the market. Is what it looks like to me. I do know the Modustrial. I saw in the background of some of his videos, he has one. I know there has to be a few machines out there because they have like 5 of them in their commercials. So I don't really know how many machines they have, if those are all prototype machines or what. But they're taking pre-orders and they're not doing production until April, I think, March or April of 21. That seems a little off to me. I think you would be better off with either a CNC for Noobs new carve or their 48 by 48 machine. They already have all the kinks worked out, up to 6 weeks wait time, but typically those things are popping out, 4 to 5 weeks. I hate this question because I don't want to down any player in the industry, because every player has their merit. The X-Carve Pro is a great learning machine. I think that they need to pair up with a G-code sending company and a design company, a CAD design company, to better utilize easel and get away from the internet connectivity issue. Dude, it's that you don't need to have that. As a matter of fact, a lot of the hobby guys don't have a shop connected to their house or anything like that. So I think that's some of the cons for me. Is their machine has already been done. Their machine is basically a 4x8 or a 4 foot by 4 foot version of a CNC for newbie machine. I think they saw the increase the CNC for newbies was doing and decided to move forward with it, would be my assumption. Once again, this is all speculation. I have not talked to Zach. I would love to talk to Zach sometime, because there are just a lot of questions on why they do what they do in terms of, easel online and the exporting functions and importing functions and stuff like that. Like, why aren't they adding stuff? Why are they not supporting the aftermarket guys? And like, what's in store for the upgrades? It's taken them this long to upgrade the X-Carve, when realistically the first version of the X-Carve used the Tiny G. The second version used the X controller. And now this one, I'm not sure what they're going to use or how they're going to use it. Are they going to keep with the X controller, or are they going to put the standalone drivers in with stronger drivers, more powerful drivers, and give you the 269 ounce motors on the machine. So a lot of that still I want to see. I want to talk to people. I'd love to try one out. Just to compare. I mean, that's what this is all about, guys, is like I said, every machine has their merit. I don't know what else to say other than that. We got Mike Patrick here. I've been using a Bob's E3 for almost 2 years now. Good learning machine, but now I've outgrown it. I've been looking at the Onefinity CNC, almost the same price as Shape Oko, but no belts and seems to be pretty easy to set up. What's your thoughts on Onefinity? I reached out to Onefinity to see what their partnership program looks like, to see about getting one to try it. I know Ben Myers is using one and he raves about it. They have like the LM series bearings, and I think that's a really good setup. I don't know if they're using stainless steel or chrome coated steel rods, or if they're using aluminum rods. I don't know about that. Now, I was told that like the end brackets and stuff are 3D printed. I haven't seen that in person, so I don't know. I haven't ran one in person, so I don't know. But from all rights and purposes, from the videos I saw of Ben Myers, it looks like a great machine. I'm not sure what interface they're using or what control system they're using. With a lot of these lower end machines, they're using Gerbil. And whenever I say lower end, I don't mean to downplay that. What I mean is it's not an industrial machine using like proprietary alpha cam design and G-code sender. It's not using proprietary senders, design software, and things like that. It doesn't have a lot of the bells and whistles. So when you look at these, if they're using like Mach 3, are they supporting tool changers? Are they supporting custom tool heights? Are they giving you different router options and spindle options so that you can use different size tooling? That's one of the big things with the 611 router is the tooling sucks. All right. If I want to do a large cut, I have to do it with a 1/4 inch shaft. I would much rather have 1/2 inch tooling and be able to get longer taper nose ball end mills and be able to carve deep and utilize the size of my machine. With the routers, the 611 router is kind of like the standard for a lot of the entry level machines. And for an entry level, it's okay. The brushes suck on them. The design on the 611 router blows. Plain and simple. Sorry. It is what it is. If you don't like it, don't use it. My better thought would be the Makita R701T or RT701. That's a better all-around designed trim router. And the best option would be a 1.5 or a 2.2 watt 2.2 kilowatt spindle. That water cooled spindle, that right there would suffice on just about anything that we're going to do. And it uses a bunch of different end mills. and whatnot. So I enjoy that. I think the new X-Carve Pro and the Shapeoko Pro both have spindle as standard. I don't think it's an option. I think it's standard. With the Onefinity, I'm not sure. That's something I'll have to do some research on, and I'll go from there. Like, guys, don't hesitate to reach out and put this stuff in the comments of the shows, and we'll do some research. As a matter of fact, let's pull some stuff up here. X-Carve Pro. Let's see what features are on this thing. All right. Share screen. Okay. Let's make this bigger. Okay. So let's go to tech specs. So you've got a 4x4 and a 4x2. The work area is 48 inches by 48 inches by 4 inches. That's your work area, not the footprint, but the actual work area. So that's a plus. They're actually giving you real numbers. You know, they told you that the X-Carve 1000 by 1000, they make it sound really good, but it's not. Like, you're giving me the footprint, not the actual work envelope. I try to look at those things whenever I'm buying machines, because I want to know what size am I going to be able to carve? What am I going to be able to do with it? Okay. So you've got a 300-pound machine. That's pretty good. So I would assume their side brackets are probably like 3/8 aluminum, maybe 1/4 inch aluminum. Just from the picture, it looks like a 4080 gantry, and it looks like a C-channel or 4080 Y-rail. Okay. Obviously linear guide bearings, double row on the X, single row on the Y. The drag chain is inside of the rail, so that's kind of cool because it'll keep it aligned and pushed out of the way. It has covers over the sides. It looks like it has a cover over the X. Okay, I like that. Okay, so spindle and cooling. It's a pre-programmed VFD, 2 horsepower, 1.5 kilowatt spindle, air cooled. Okay, 8,000 to 24,000 RPM, ER11 collet, and accuracy within 1/1000th of an inch. I don't know about that. That 1/1000th of an inch makes me really skeptical. I would say you're probably able to hold 5 to 10 thousandths. You, with a machine like that, unless they're using double ball screws, and backlash compensation, I doubt you're going to be able to get 1,000ths resolution accuracy. The gantry, ball screws with linear guides. Oh shit, they are using ball screws. They're not using regular lead screws. Okay, that's fantastic. That I had no idea about. So we talked about the different drive systems in previous shows. They're using ball screws. Now, it's 25 millimeter. and it doesn't say if it's a double ball screw or a single ball screw, and if it has any backlash compensation mechanism. Okay, so I don't know what they're doing for backlash compensation. Motors, okay, we got 292 ounce. I like that. It includes the dust shoe, the arm, and the hose. USB. Machine interface with pause, resume, connection point, and e-stop capabilities. Okay, so it looks like they're using an encased Z-axis controller or X controller encased in the machine, I guess. Maybe it's up top or something. I'm not quite sure on that yet. We'll have to see. I don't know. This is something. Okay, so you get Easel Pro for 3 years. I don't see that. That's nothing. You have the ability to use other softwares, carvable materials, hardwoods, softwoods, MDF, plywood, etc. Plastics, HDPE, Delrin, polycarbonate, acrylic, corian, non-ferrous metals, aluminum, brass, copper. You can import G-code, SVG, or DXF files from any software. Okay. Dust control, Z-probe, clamp set. Okay, so they give you a planing bit now. Assembly tools. You get a V-bit. You get a 2-flute upcut. You get a clamp set, Z-probe. Okay. So a lot of that stuff you can source yourself and create that machine much cheaper. But this goes back, Robert, I want to point out, like, this is what I was talking about. What do you have more of? Do you have time or money? Can you finance that machine and make money on it far faster than what you can go out, find each one of those tools, each one of the clamp sets, the vacuum set, and all that? You know, can you get the spindle for as cheap? You basically can't piecemeal that machine together and be up and running with no issues as fast as XCar Pro puts a machine kit together for you. So, you know, I still think, me personally, I think the CNC4NEWB's machine is a much better put together machine that's shipping right now. I don't like the wait time on this. I'm really confused as to what they're doing here. Are they using the upfront money to finance the build, prototype, and stuff like that? That's something only the guys at Inventables could answer for us, and I just don't know if they'll ever come out and be on the show. I don't think I have a big enough following for them to even worry about me. I'd love to ask those questions. I'd love to get their point of view on why they built the machine the way they did. They have a lot of really good stuff on it. You know, I want to see actual pictures of it. Hardware, FAQs. It looks like they also changed up their spoil board spacing, so you have a better spacing setup. Definitely aluminum. Now, here's one thing that I'm not seeing. I'm not seeing any motors hanging off the front or the back. So I wonder, I bet you what they're doing is actually running one single stepper underneath then. Like I said, I don't know enough about this machine. I wish I had one here to look at and go over for you guys. I mean, the fact that they encased a lot of stuff looks really nice, but if you're encasing that stuff, take 3 minutes to make a plastic cover with a bristle system to cover the lead screw or the ball screw. Like, that's one thing that irritates me so bad about a lot of these entry-level machines is they don't cover anything. I don't know. All right. So let's see here. There's the X-Carve. That's actually what I started with. That's what my Super Carve actually started as. Let's see if they have any photos on here. They've got the Black Friday sale. Let's see. Okay. So air-cooled spindle, that's good. This guy has one. Okay. Jackman Works. All right, we're going to look up Jackman Works here in a second. Thank you, McBride Woodworking. See, that ball screw being open like that, really, why not flip the gantry? Put your linear guide bearings on the other side of the gantry. Move the lead screw to the back and have a cut plate with a shield, and then have a plastic bristle, a plastic and bristle system to cover that screw from dust and debris. You know, you could really do something with that then. Okay, there it is. That's what I needed. Okay, so they have an offset. What the F is happening there? Are they turning that screw by pulley and belt? Right here are the motors. So they have a driver on the motor. Okay, so the wires go here, up, over, into the control box. So I would venture to say you probably run a USB out of the drag chain over to your computer. Would be my assumption on that. Okay. So we're taking like a deep dive in on this. This is one, guys, I'm telling you, I kind of wrote it off. And I don't know. Bobby McBride made me really think, like, okay, maybe I misspoke about the X-Carve. I did not realize that it had ball screws and ball nuts. That right there is a really good setup. their controller system with the VFD already programmed, the 1.5 spindle. I hope that that's not a proprietary spindle, because if the bearings go out, they can charge you whatever they want to keep that machine going. Copperhead Mike, that's exactly what I was thinking before too, because if you look right down here, they have a plate coming in. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. So let's go to this, and Jackman Works. All right. Let's do X-Carve Pro. Okay. I'm not getting why I love my X-Carve and won't be getting the Pro. Okay, here we go. Dude, we're taking a deep dive in this. You guys are getting a good one this morning. And this is exactly what I want, because as soon as we get done with this one, Mike, we're going to address the Onefinity, and I'm going to pull up the Onefinity just to see. Let's see here.
This is a 4 foot by 4 foot work area. Also,
okay. All right, so you get a crate. Okay, so you have what looks to be a single piece gantry, so it's already assembled. Okay, so this is more of an assembled kit than the original X-Carve. That's perfect. That's a good setup. All right, now, is this cast aluminum or is it 3D printed honeycomb? That would be a big question that I would have. I would like to see even like a thin metal plate in there. But depending on how they formed it and what process they used to form it, that could. Okay, so they've got all that coming out to a controller. Okay. All right. There's the ball nut. So, Bobby, there's your ball screw. That motor is still facing the wrong way, so they have to be doing motor reduction by belt or meshed gear. Okay. Let's see what we can find here. So it looks like nice aluminum cross braces, not extrusion, but an aluminum cross brace, full leveling feet. Wow. I am really interested. Guys, I got to tell you, I think that I really undersold the X-Carve Pro. McBride Woodworking, thank you for bringing this up to me. I really think that I undersold that. I don't think that it's worth the money. As far as what they're charging for what you're getting, I think they're utilizing a lot of their marketing and whatnot. But from the way that this looks, just superficial looks, I'm telling you, that looks like a pretty good intermediate advanced hobby machine. I mean, that looks like that will hog out some aluminum for you, no problem. So I like that. I like that. I'm glad that you showed me that video. Thank you. I am going to look more into this. I really think I really think that I'm going to look into this more. Wow. I can't tell you how surprised I am at that. Okay. Let's pull up the Onefinity. Now, once again, this is we'll go in here. We'll go to the tech specs. Okay. Hardened steel, hollow linear motion shafts. Okay. Hollow steel shafts are good. It doesn't say that they're chrome plated, so you may end up with surface rust. Okay. That's one thing I don't really dig. Like I said, they have ball screws. I like that. That has an integrated controller in it. I knew they had the integrated controller. One of the things I'm not sure of is if this is a 3D printed or a machined aluminum. See, that looks machined aluminum. The one that I saw before looked 3D printed. So, but, you know, any which way you look at it, I saw Ben Meyer stand on his machine and it didn't deflect. You know, that to me is something that I really thought was that speaks volumes. Now, I'll tell you right now, I'll stand on my CNC for newbies. I'll stand on that damn thing all day long. That was an amazing application for theirs. So this is the Onefinity. It uses round style linear bearings. Okay. It has a ball screw assembly. The ball nut is actually inside this y-axis rail block. What's nice about this design is you don't get as much screw whip. They could actually make that a much larger platform and not have to worry about screw whip. Let's look at the woodworker. I think that's the bigger of the two. The machinist is more like compact for more aluminum and stuff. So right off the bat, you guys, this all-in-one integrated controller where you don't have to have a computer right there, that is awesome. And I think that that's going to be the way a lot of these companies move forward. One of the things that I'm thinking about already is a mini ATX computer with a control station off the side of the CNC for Noobs. All right. There's Z-axis, ball nut, round linear bearings, spindle mount, dust boot holders, mounting holes, ball screw coupler. Okay, ball screw coupler. That must just be to stabilize it. They must run it through the bottom here. There must be like a thrust bearing setup, and then the ball screw to keep the shaft from moving up and down. Okay. All right. The controller, I like their controller with the exception that it's all one board from my understanding. You know, it is what it is. It doesn't tell me what I want to know. I really want to know if this is aluminum or if it's 3D printed. After seeing the photos, I kind of feel like it's aluminum rather than 3D printed. So let's see here. That's $2,000 and that's $1,500. That right there ain't bad. That ain't bad for the ball screws and the rail setup and the integrated controller. I think that, let's see, RT0701C router. Okay. Cutting area is 32 by 33 by 5. Okay, so the X-Carve has it in size. The X-Carve Pro has it in size. But this has the X-Carve in price. Out of those two, I think out of those two, I'd still go with the Onefinity. I think I would go with the Onefinity and make a pass-through design to do longer, wider stuff. That would be what I would look at. But that's just me. That is really interesting. That's something to contemplate. I'm not sure which one I would take. I think because of the price, you're getting more square inches of cut from the X-Carve. But if you've got let's break this down into cost per square inch cut. 32.25, 33.25. All right, let's go here. And I'm just doing real rudimentary math here. Times 33.25. All right. 1,073 inches. All right. So divide that by 2,000. Okay. Now, let's stop the screen share there. Let me open the X-Carve Pro. And pre-order. Okay, so it's 48 by 48. Eight, 4 divided by 7,495. And square inch. You're actually getting a better cost per cuttable square inch on the X-Carve just based on size. But damn, $7,500 when a CNC for newbie machine of the same size and equal quality is I think under $4,000. Let's see how. Turnkey 4x8x8. Okay. All right. Let's see here. We're going to share screen. Good morning. Long show today. It is a little bit long. I was hoping to get out and do some other stuff, but that's all right. You guys got my attention. Okay. Let's do this. Okay, that includes everything we need. We're going to open up. So that's a 340 upgrade. $340 upgrade. Okay, so we're at $48. 04. Now, 2304 divided by 9. That's not right. All right. 2,000 divided by 3. 86. 230. All right, so now divided by 2304. There we go. Those numbers are looking better. Divided by 2304, 186. Okay. All right, guys. I had to do some quick math here, trying to get this thing squared away. So the Onefinity, you're looking at $1.86 per square cuttable inch. For the X-Carve Pro, you're looking at $3.25 a cuttable square inch. And for the CNC for newbies, you're looking at $1.68 per cuttable square inch. With that, the X-Carve has the added programmed VFD and spindle that the Onefinity does not have, and the CNC for newbies does not have stock. Okay. Now, this does come with a leg kit. It comes with a Gecko drive, so you can use LPT port or a UC100 controller kit, so you can use USB. This has free shipping. The other ones had free shipping. Oh, no. That is not right. I did not realize. $304. No, 2,500. So that's 2,500 divided by divided by 2,500. Guys, CNC for newbies is $1. I did not realize their 48 by 48 kit actually cuts 50 inches. Okay. All right. So okay. CNC for newbies has an anti-backlash brass nut with a lead screw, with a 12 millimeter lead screw. So it's about a 1/2 inch lead screw, and it has a brass anti-backlash nut. That's a toss-up because the other two machines have ball screws. Now, ball screws are going to drive up the price. You figure you're going to add $500 to the cost of this thing. So you'd be at $4,800 if you upgraded it to ball screws, and you'd add another $400. So you'd be at $5,200 to have something right like the X-Carve. Okay. You're still getting a better deal on this. So and free shipping. So Joycelyn definitely is saying that the CNC for newbie machine seems to be a better buy. And from everything that I'm looking at, I have to agree. It looks like it's $1 per cuttable square inch. It's going to cost you $1 per cuttable square inch to have this machine. Drawbacks compared to the others, if you'll call them that: lead screw versus ball screw. There's a little bit more friction there. You might have to change out the lead nut, but they have a fully adjustable anti-backlash mechanism in their brass nut. That's nice, because now you know you don't have to control it with software. I'm going CNC4NEWBs on this over the other two. You have more cuttable area than the Onefinity. You have a better price point per cuttable square inch over the X-Carve. Downsides to this one, if you'll call them downsides: lead screw. Other than that, that looks like it's it. Yeah, that's where we're gonna go with that. I'm gonna call it. I think CNC4NEWBs did, out of the three of those, the CNC4NEWBs 4x8 kit, it assembles much like the X-Carve Pro from the video. It's a very simple installation, up and running. I think the CNC4NEWBs has better software availability, G-code sending software availability, than Easel Pro. So you would have to upgrade to like PickSender or something like that with the X-Carve. The Onefinity, I'm not sure if they're just they're making you use VCarve, or if they're giving you a design software, or what they're doing there. Hands down, I gotta go CNC4NEWBs. It's one of those things. Their plates are 1/2-inch thick plates, aluminum, not plastic. They're not cast, honeycomb and stuff. It's got weight to it. It's got bracing. I'm gonna give it to CNC4NEWBs as overall best bang for your buck. I would say it would be a toss-up between the other two for second place, because Onefinity has less cutting area, but a better price per square inch cut square inch than the X-Carve. And the X-Carve touts that you can tile. Guess what? You can tile on any damn machine. What's tiling going to do? You've got 48 inches by 48 inches of cut space. Okay? I can tile cut the side of a barn. That means nothing. And the tile cut is only as good as you are. So at $7,000 something, I think the X-Carve only has the added advantage of you can finance it because it's in the US. That's it. That's a rough one, guys. You guys gave me a lot to think about today. We're approaching a 2-hour show. I think from here, I'm going to let you guys go. You have a good day, and let's revisit this tomorrow. All right. Later, guys.